Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of the happiest hour on earth. This is a crazy milestone.
It is.
This whole week has been so interesting and weird and exciting because, we were kind of reflecting back on our previous episodes, and I just kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I'm like, how did we make this many episodes?
So many topics that we've come up with and just fun discussions we've had.
Yeah, and being able to talk to you all about, the different topics that we're talking about as well. It's been kind of a two-way conversation. It's just been the best as we've been just reflecting on our time having this podcast for over 2 years, 100 episodes in. It's been so amazing. And
Wild ride.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. And, we owe it all to you guys. Your support really keeps us going. And so we just want to start off our show by thanking all of you because you guys are just the best. We have a very exciting show tonight. We have some announcements we're going to talk about right when we jump in from the break. But this episode is mainly going to be just answering your guys' questions because
Dedicated to you guys.
Dedicated to you guys. Giving questions to us, so I guess kind of dedicated to us as well. But you guys had some amazing questions, some about our favorite episodes that we've done and favorite snacks and drinks we've done, which we were already wanting to talk about because it's kind of a way to reflect on our show. But then some amazing questions that you guys might not know about us. And so I'm just really excited to jump into this.
Really fun.
I am so pumped. Thank you for listening. And let's go ahead and jump into this episode.
All right. So as Chris said, we are celebrating 100 episodes tonight, which we are it seems so surreal to be at this point already. It really kind of feels like we just started.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah.
Kind of doesn't at all. But it's just gone by so fast. The time really has flown by.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. Just growing, ourselves through this process and just meeting more and more of you guys that enjoy our show. It's just been so amazing. So we have some very exciting news, and we've kind of been talking about it in the last couple of episodes, but we finally are launching our store. So we finally have merch to offer you guys. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, we're repping a few of the shirts tonight. Yeah. So we've got a couple of really fun designs on tees, a couple different colors, and I think a few crew neck sweaters as well.
A few crew necks. And there's a lot more designs than what we've worn on the show. We don't personally have them yet.
Yeah.
A
few of them.
Like you said, different colors, different styles as well. So one's a more like tailored cut, one's a more like relaxed fit, but there's a lot of different designs on there, and we're hoping to even do more. But yeah, it's just really exciting.
Yeah, it's fun. We've been hoping to do this for a while and kind of toying around with designs and stuff. And then it finally happened. I think they're all pretty much this guy's handiwork. He came up with a lot of the designs, and I just kind of gave the thumbs up.
So if you hate the designs, that is on me. No, just kidding.
He's definitely the creative one between us. So it was all his work. So hopefully you guys love them. We think they're pretty cool. So jump on that if you want. We have links below if you're on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're listening to it. There should be links in the description box to get to our store. So
and another
shopping.
Yeah, another quick note on that too is we try to price these shirts as low as we could while having some sort of margin because we're using a site. They have a base cost. They just kind of print on demand. So, we could have increased them as much as we wanted, but we wanted to make sure that, we made them as accessible price-wise as we could. So that was pretty much the lowest we could go. So hopefully we could get some stickers, some other stuff, some other fun stuff for you guys as well. But yeah, check it out. See if there's something cool that kind of fits your style. And if not, just keep listening to our show. Yeah, that means a lot for sure.
But moving on from that, we finally have made a snack and a drink once again on the show. It has been quite a while. And we made some of our favorites. And I mean, we have a ton of favorites because we've made so many things over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It was hard to narrow it down and pick a few things, but we did. We have one snack and one drink. And we actually, one of the questions that was submitted to us from a follower listener was, what is some favorite snacks or drinks you have? So that can just be kind of our initial question that we answer in our snack and drink display here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see.
I think, at Felicia's Magical Travels, she knew what was up. She knew we wanted to make a snack.
Yeah.
And she knew we had to talk about it. And she's amazing. She also has a small shop. Go check it out.
Yeah. She's
just
amazing,
the best.
Supportive follower of our show. And we love her.
Great Disney content.
So, jumping into one of our favorite snacks. This is the pizza spring roll, pepperoni pizza spring roll. That technically, I guess it's not really found in the park, like on the normal basis. I think it was a food and wine offering.
They had it in Adventureland at Magic Kingdom for a little bit. I think it might rotate. Mainly it's the cheeseburger one there, but I think sometimes they do like the Philly cheesesteak, sometimes this one.
But we did have it in California Adventure for a short time. I remember getting this specific one there. We got the cheeseburger spring roll one in Magic Kingdom, which
so
that
good.
is...
I think that is our favorite.
It's kind of tied with this one because they're both just so amazing. But that one, I don't know. There's something about it. But we just decided to go with this one tonight. It's a little bit of a quicker, easier process to make this one. And we have a little bit of limited time in the evenings.
Yes.
So we went with this one. It's got a little pesto dipping sauce that is delicious with these. So we're going to dig into those in a minute, but we also made a drink. Mine is the non-alcoholic version, but Chris is drinking the regular Scream Canister.
Scream Canister.
From Lamplight Lounge.
So good. It's just tropical, Pixar-y, and amazing.
It's so good. I mean, anything at Lamplight Lounge is so good. And Trader Sam's, honestly, there could have been so many choices. So hard to choose, but the Scream Canister is a classic, and it has been a favorite. I think that you've had there quite a few times, and we made it, I think, once or twice at home as well. So
it's so good.
It was a standout. So where do you want to begin?
Let's cheers with the drink, and then as we're enjoying, we should talk about like some of our other favorites that we've made as well.
Yes.
So cheers to 100.
And I just spilled. So.
Oh, that's good. I saw that spill too. Looked like a big one. Hey, I was wearing this shirt, HappiestHour shirt, earlier today and spilled barbecue sauce on it. So it's just a very spilly day.
I know, it was kind of bold of you to like wear it all day.
I know. I just love it.
My days are spent with a toddler. I was like, I'm just going to wear a different shirt throughout the day and change right before the show. Although it was not very smart of me to do it before frying up these guys because I haven't fried anything in a while. And oil was...
It was very scary.
It was a little messy. I don't think I got it on the shirt, thank goodness, but...
Okay, wait. We gotta go for these because I'm so... I was going to say hungry, but we ate dinner and it is now 9:50 at night and we're jumping in.
Still excited to have them. Yes. Quite a while.
Oh, the smell is making me hungry. I'm going pesto. A light dab. That is just so good. Putting anything in a spring roll, so amazing. Cheeseburger one, is just like top notch. But this pizza one is so good.
Yeah.
All right, so those are so good. You gotta try them. We have a guide section, if you didn't know, on our page. It looks like a little book on the little tabs, and we have our cocktails and our mocktails and our snacks, most of the ones that we've made. But
these are definitely on there. I know that both the drink and the snack are on there
for sure. And some other ones real quick that we just loved that we've made. The Polynesian Pearl, so good.
That's a standout.
The Open Ocean with a Splash. I enjoyed making the sequel because it had dry ice, and so it was like a smoking cocktail. But be very careful. You don't want to get frostbite. I guess that's what you get when you do it. What other drinks? Oh my God, there's been so many drinks. I think all of them have been really fun. But yeah, like you said, Trader Sam's to make an uh-oa. I made an uh-oa. Krakatoa punch. Yeah. Those are so amazing. And then for the snacks, well, we made a Dole Whip, homemade Dole Whip, which was awesome.
That was good.
Oh, I know. So the cheeseburger ones, but then also the mac and cheese bread cone.
Oh my
from Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes.
We made that, and you have to get a manila folder, fold it up like a cone, and then put your tin foil on, and then make a real bread cone. And that one was pretty insane.
You have it flip flopped. So you have the manila folder that you fold into a cone shape. You put the foil over that so that doesn't catch fire.
Yeah.
And then the Pillsbury dough that you cut into strips, you wrap
it on that. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the reverse. Anyways, very
just boil the tin foil. You know?
If you want a fire.
I think that's what I said. That'd be so bad if I didn't say that, and then I'm like, excuse me, that's what I said. But no, yeah. So that one was super fun.
Tough one, but
what other snacks?
Fun.
I mean, I was usually the drink maker. You're usually the snack maker.
Yeah.
Any other snacks that?
Yeah, we started rotating a little bit. You know which one was really good? The Nutella fruit waffle.
Oh, the waffle. Yeah, from Magic Kingdom.
That was so good.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow, right?
Yeah, it was just so it's like a treat because of the Nutella and stuff, but fresh with the fruit. It was so good.
That was really fun and really easy.
Gosh.
I mean, there's so many. It's so hard to.
Yeah, we've made Mickey waffles. We've made. Oh my gosh. We've made churros, lots and lots of churros.
Yeah.
Mickey variations of churros. Yeah. Beignets, which are not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The list really goes on.
Yeah, it really goes on. Yeah. It's crazy. Just go to our guide section, look at all of them because they were really fun, yet really tough to make it.
I feel like some turned out better than others. Some of them I feel like we nailed.
Yeah.
And others, it was that was a sad attempt, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, we made a rum blossom from Pandora, which was also really fun to make too.
Yeah, that was crazy to make, but it was fun.
It was. Okay, wait. We could talk about snacks and drinks all night. Such a fun thing that we want to keep doing here and there, but obviously our sun goes down so late, and we want to make sure that
second baby time is just not as easy to work with as
time is crazy, but we're still here making the show, even though we don't eat snacks as much at 10 p.m.
Yeah, which is probably better for us.
Probably better for
anyways.
Yeah, we still want to bring you some snack.
Generally, we're
and
not
food stuff,
eating
though.
cheese and pepperoni and dough
before
at 10
bed.
p.m.
It does make for a good night's sleep, though. Just food coma.
And
Boom.
probably some acid reflux on my end.
Yeah.
We'll see. But fun regardless. I'm glad that we did it. It had been too long since we made a snack or a drink. So I'm excited that we did it.
Yeah. Thank you, Felicia, again for sending over that question. But next, we have another really fun one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Make It Magical Pod. Our buds
love them.
That we adore asked what some of our favorite episodes have been so far and why.
Yeah.
And yet another answer that could just go on and on and on. But we did scroll back and try to pinpoint a few that really stood out to us as favorites. There's so many, I feel like.
Yeah, I think first off, any episode we did with a guest was just the best. I mean, to be able to connect through, the Disney community and talk to so many different people. I mean, we talked to other podcasts, Disney inspired businesses. We talked to Imagineer before, Disney tattoo artists. Oh my gosh. The coffee roasters. Also a singer from the Capella, Kaylin. So many different types of people, and we've just
all within the Disney
learned
sphere,
so much from them, and it's just been so cool.
Yeah, it really that has been a huge highlight. I would agree. Any episode with a guest has been a big highlight for us because getting to connect with those people and kind of step out of our comfort zones a little bit in all of those episodes. Because I've never been someone to interview people or know how to do that or feel comfortable with it, but it's just kind of become something that we've grown through, and we've just loved getting to meet all these people and just hear their stories and just get to know them on more of a personal level. So
It's been so
lots
awesome.
and lots of interviews, and those are definitely a highlight. But on top of that, we had a couple other favorites as well. I think one of the semi-recent ones that we did, which was Why We Are Disney Adults, was a big favorite for both of us because we feel like it just really resonated with so many of you.
Yeah.
And obviously with us as well. Just getting to talk about what it is about Disney that makes us love it so much, even as 30-year-olds, you know, or however old you may be as a Disney adult. It was such a fun episode to really just kind of pinpoint some of the reasons that we really love Disney.
It was the episode that most people hit us up about. It was just so cool because we heard from so many people, and just to see other, you know, Disney adults that might be a little shy to tell people like, oh yeah, I do a lot of trips down to Disneyland or like watch Disney movies occasionally. Just really fun. And so yeah, your guys' response to that really made that one of our favorite episodes.
Definitely. Yeah. It's a standout for sure. I think more than any other episode, I think we did get the most responses and just the most like positive feedback about it. So that made us feel really good that we were able to connect with you guys on that topic so much. We had a couple others. Did you want to?
Oh yeah. So we love talking about movies because mainly we do Disney park content, which we love as well. But whenever we can think of a movie topic, we love those ones. So episode 78, we talked about Disney versus Pixar, and we did a fun thing where we, from the time Pixar came onto the scene, so 1995, we split it down by years and discussed what Disney movies came out, what Pixar movies came out during that time, and like pitted them against each other. So that was really fun and kind of different because we've done that with movies before in the past. We've done it by like eras. We've also ranked the eras, which is really fun. We've done like our top Pixar movies. We've done a lot, but Disney versus Pixar was fun because I feel like that was a fun matchup. So that was great. We also did a Disneyland versus Walt Disney World, like the rides versus their counterparts, which was like episode 15. So really new. Really so quality might not be the best or whatever, but that was really awesome. And then episode 93, we talked about unpopular Disney opinions and the hot takes episode. And that was really fun because it
a little like vulnerable.
It also resonated with listeners, but like in a different way than the Disney adults one. Like it was just super fun and
really
funny.
Good, or it could be really bad.
And some of our listeners' hot takes were like, hold up, what's going on? Very spicy. So that was a really fun episode.
It was fun.
But we've done so many, so many park ones.
Yeah. It's really hard. It's really hard to narrow it down. Going back through 100 episodes and just kind of trying to like, without listening to each one of them all the way through, just trying to kind of remember what the meat of them really was. You know, we didn't quite get to do that, but it's just, you know, going through some of the topic names, it was like, oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like, that was really fun.
I also love like armchair imagineering. Like I had always done that, like growing up, like, oh, wouldn't this be such a cool ride? I used to have like roller coaster tycoon and, you know, try to build your little roller coaster and do all this stuff. And so any episode, we have a couple of those kind of just coming up with ideas for like either a land or a park or like actual rides. There was one we did with rides where we had to choose like an IP ride, a non-IP ride, and then like renovate a ride, I think. And so that was really fun too. But yeah, we could go off on this forever. So
many topics.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Of them. It's been really fun, but those are definitely some standouts. Yeah, I would say. But thank you, Make It Magical, for the question.
Check out their podcast.
Love you guys.
Amazing people. Yeah.
Yes. But now I guess we'll move on to the rest of the listener questions. We had such a like overwhelming response to the post that we did on Instagram about just, you know, any questions that you guys might have for us. It was like, we're like, we'll just throw it out there. If we don't get too many, we'll still have plenty to talk about. And then we just got so many responses, and
It was so fun.
so fun to see like just the variety of questions. There's some really fun ones in there, some not even Disney related, so that's just kind of fun, like a little bit more personal about us.
And these are like pretty scattered, so definitely there's probably going to be some really fun questions in here that you guys might not know about us, some answers that we'll probably give. So so let's go ahead and dive into them. Do you want to start? Yeah, so at Meg Crofton, at Meg.Crofton, official Instagram name there, who's been listening to our show for such a long time. I mean, all these people are amazing. But she said, what has been your favorite Disneyland memory and how did you meet? And I don't want to make this episode too long, but okay. So what would you say for a favorite Disneyland memory?
Well,
it might be similar.
I'm sure it's similar because we have a pretty big life-altering moment in Disneyland, which was when he proposed to me there. That's probably the best memory, I would say. The most exciting memory. He had proposed in front of the castle. And in case you haven't heard the story, we've talked about it a few times, but he had a whole plan that was executed pretty perfectly with a friend of his that was walking around to the crowd, acting as if he was looking for Cinderella and trying to try on a slipper to the ladies in the crowd until he got to me. And of course,
and thankfully the shoe fit.
It did.
I was a little nervous. It was a glass slipper. It was technically not glass, but it looked like a glass slipper.
It was like plastic. But
but it looked amazing.
It was very cool and a very sweet gesture because he knows I love Cinderella. So that's why that was the plan. He came out after I had the slipper on and proposed. So it was very sweet.
There's a video on it.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, DM us.
We'll
send you the link. YouTube. Yeah, we'll send you the link. And you could watch it. I mean, this was in 2015. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But obviously, bringing our son has been a huge memory. I mean, it's altered the course of our Disneyland trips ever since we've started bringing him. And it's magical in a whole new way bringing him. So I think the first time getting to bring him was a very magical time as well. Getting to go with you and just having the same degree of love for it. Is very special.
Yeah, our first trip together too. Yeah, so much fun. We might actually do an episode on like what our first Disneyland trip together was like. So that'll be fun.
So fun.
But then how did we meet?
Yeah, how did we meet? Story?
No, just kidding. All right, no.
I think you remember. We were literally just talking about this.
Yeah. Do you want to? I want to give it to you, but I feel like it might be long. No, just kidding.
Oh, that's nice.
Just
Thank
joking.
you. If you want to explain it, you can. Okay, you're pausing longer than I even would to say.
Okay, no, go for it. Do it.
Okay.
You're better at storytelling.
The year was 2009. Basically what happened was Chris was counseling at a camp in the Santa Cruz Mountains with my cousin. They were up there during the same week of camp. And the last day, I decided to go up there with my other cousin. We were going to go see my cousin that was working up at the camp. It was like the last day, kind of like last hurrah for everyone up there. So I went up there, saw this guy. He was like, he had this long swoopy hair, and I was told that he was a drummer, which I was very into. And I was just kind of like checking him out. I think we were introduced, but it was like just a very nonchalant thing at the time. And I was just like, well, he's really cute. And just kind of like waiting to see if anything would happen with that. But throughout the day of going out to lunch and like mingling and all that, nothing happened. He was in his own world. And I was just kind of like, all right, that's going nowhere. So we left, kind of forgot about it. And then a month later, was it a month? About a month later.
It's like, I think too. I think the camp was in July and it was probably like September, right?
Yeah. So like maybe 2 months later. I got a friend request on Facebook from this boy that I happened to remember from camp that day. And I was like, what? I was kind of just like, oh, weird. This guy added me. He says he does not remember that I was that same girl from camp.
So I remember that I thought she at the camp was a friend of her cousin. So I was like, oh, her cousins are older than me. older lady. I can't compete with, a cougar. No, just
I was
kidding.
15 at the time, you guys.
Yeah, she's younger than me. But I just thought, I didn't know that she was the cousin. And then backside of this story, my sister was on her cousin's Facebook page and I saw some photos of her on there. And she was like, oh, that's Rachel's, I don't know, I guess we can say names. Cousin. And I was like, oh, cousin. Okay. But I just thought that you were the friend earlier. So yeah, and then I added her on Facebook, super smooth.
Yeah.
Said, hey, what's up? I don't know what it is. I could pull up the messages. Yeah, we have the messages. They're crazy.
Very
said,
awkward.
yo, was good. Probably not that. And then, but we planned to meet up because she lived like
far away,
2 hours away. Finally met up. I wasn't very smooth, so we walked past each other a lot. And then finally her cousin introduced us. And then from there, back and forth, back and forth.
For a while on Facebook, just kind of flirting, getting to know each other. Very quickly discovered that we both loved Disney. That was like one of the first things. It was like, tell me all about yourself. And like initially we both were just like, I love Disney. And
ever since we were like 15, 16. Yeah.
So it's been a part of our lives.
It's been a long time coming. We didn't know what podcasts were back then, or else we probably would have started.
Yeah, they weren't really a thing much at the time. But yeah, it was, I think it was maybe like 5 months of just messaging. And then he asked me officially to be his girlfriend on Valentine's Day of the following year.
Very like Prince Charming of me.
Very, very romantic and very sweet. So yeah, it was a
dated
long time
for
ago.
2010 to 2015, engaged in 2015, married 2016, baby in 2020. What a year.
Yep.
Woo, that's crazy.
So we'll be married for 7 years this year.
Yeah.
Which is pretty wild. We were
pretty
kind of babies when we got married. I wasn't even 23 yet. But I
was 23, the older man.
Yeah. So, wouldn't change it though. It was a good choice. We had been together for so long. It was like we were ready for it. So it's been great.
It has been. All right. So I promise these other questions we won't be as long. Obviously, personal questions we have to do just a full episode on, full like 24-hour episode on. But okay.
They can go on.
I guess speaking of personal ones too, at Margaret House Podcast, do you want to give this one? Actually,
are you going to make me read this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Market House had a fun question. They asked how babies are made.
This might be a non-Disney podcast episode. We'll start
for another discussion, guys. We'll message you privately.
Yeah. We just do a parenting podcast.
You're right.
And I'll start with this one from them.
I think we both know the answer to this as we're both expecting babies.
I think they're expecting too. I'm pretty sure he knows.
I think you guys know at this point.
Like I said, he.
But
both of them.
Serious question that they sent in was, what is our biggest piece of advice for parents? And there's just so much. We're veterans at this point. We have a 3-year-old as of day after tomorrow.
By the time this episode comes out.
Oh, that's true. When it comes out, it will be yesterday.
Crazy.
So we know everything there could be to know about.
Oh, easy.
Being a parent.
We're pros.
There are so many things. Do you want to give one piece of advice and I'll give one piece of advice?
Yeah. Know that when times are tough, it feels like things are moving very slowly. And then that phase will pass and you'll look back on it very fondly. So when you're like one of the biggest things, that could just be your collective one. One of the biggest things was, wow, when our son was not sleeping at night, those first couple of months felt like it was never going to end. It's really, really tough during that first beginning part. But then looking back on it, it seems like such a short period of time. So stay positive, know that it will end at some point, and cherish the moments while you're in it, because
it is all just a phase.
You're going to want those days back. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, she was so tiny and I know sleepless nights. You're not going to remember those sleepless nights that
as
much.
vividly. So, like you'll remember it was hard, but you're not going to like dwell on it.
Keep pushing forward.
There's so much more to it than just that. I mean, it's a lot to get through. I mean, the sleep deprivation it was a tough one for us. But you get through it. Our son sleeps great now. It's, it's like a whole different world once you get through those first initial few months.
Yeah.
I was going to say that as well. There's so much advice I feel like I could give, but
I mean, we could text him too.
Yeah.
We're friends.
We'll have plenty of advice. Don't worry, guys. One other thing I would say, and I learned this really early on, it's going to sound really stupid, but never take for granted the power of going out for a walk.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
This was something that I feel like just hit home really hard when I was like struggling with him when he was really, really little, and he was just like screaming or not sleeping or whatever it was. Just getting out of the house and just going for a stroll with him calmed us both down so much, completely changed my perspective and just helped me to relax. I started doing it anytime I could to just get us both some fresh air. It's like babies just love to be outside and like just, see the trees or the sky or whatever. Like everything is so intriguing to them. So they get so calm when you just get outside and get some fresh air. So do that all you can. That's something I learned very early on.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Market House Podcast. Go check them out as well if you're listening. Great people. They're also expecting.
So excited.
So cute. Yeah, I cannot wait to see the little baby.
I know.
So adorable. Okay, do you want to get the? I think. Go for the next one.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter. So, at the Pixie Dust Pals asked when our next Walt Disney World trip is. I wish I could say very soon, but we have no idea. I wish it was just coming right up. We have no real plans to be back yet. We haven't been since 2018, and that was our only trip yet, and we loved it so much. And we keep talking about when we can make it back over there.
It's like we're going to, and then we're like, oh, we're pregnant again.
Yeah, exactly. And so now it's like, we're going to have this baby in under 2 months. We'll probably initially do a Disneyland trip just because it's easier to get to for us over here on the West Coast. Yeah. But hopefully when things kind of calm down with our second and we can carve out the time and the funds and all of that, we'll be back and you guys will definitely know about it when that time comes.
Definitely. It'd be so great to meet in person. And actually, I don't have my phone right now because it's recording the episode, but one of them, I forgot which one, but one of them is also expecting having a baby soon. So super
Lots
exciting.
Of babies on the way.
Yeah, great Disney content as well. So definitely go check them out.
Yes.
But yeah, next up we got the Pirates of the Polynesian. So awesome. I know that Corey just had her 30th birthday recently. She also works at Gideon's in Disney Springs. Super exciting. They just moved down there. Go check out their YouTube channel and their page. And they asked fave and least fave rides to get stuck on. Now, I've been stuck on a few rides, but not a whole bunch. So I think I'm going to take this question as which ones would I hate to get stuck on and which ones would I like to get stuck on? Ones I would hate to get stuck on. At Disneyland, probably Incredicoaster, like that that hill that you climb, any like roller coaster, honestly. Yeah. Oh, there is a video of someone getting kind of stuck in the loop, and it's very scary. But any roller coaster. So I think Expedition Everest at Walt Disney World, that would be terrible. To get stuck on.
That's true.
Good ride. Let's see, a good ride. Something.
Also, wait, one more.
What?
Another bad one that I feel like I would be terrified
Indiana Jones
of.
is scary. I've gotten stuck on that one.
Yeah, I haven't, I don't think, but I've heard Space Mountain because if they have to turn all the lights on, it is like terrifying to see like how close everything is to like where your head and like your arms might be. Yeah. That would probably scare me really bad. So yeah, I probably would want to get stuck on Space Mountain.
Yeah. Oof. Oh man.
For good ones.
I mean, Pirates would be fun.
I have been stuck on Pirates, but it wasn't at a very cool part. It was just like right at the end going up the waterfall.
Yeah, that's kind of
lame. It was just boring and it was it lasted for quite a while. So it was
that's most rough.
Fun. If it was in a different part in the ride, I probably would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh man,
nice
Fantasyland rides would be cool because then especially if you have to get out and walk, then you're walking past these like really cool animatronic. Some classics there. But yeah, I feel like that's my answer. Now I just need to get stuck on more rides.
I know.
So I could be better.
Like Haunted Mansion. I was like, would I be really creeped out, or would that
Haunted would be awesome?
Would be fun? I think it would be fun.
Which, by the way, we saw the movie. We're not even going to talk about it too much. We had a really fun time about it. If you have seen it and want to chat about it, or if you haven't seen it and want to know more of our thoughts, hit us up.
We liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was better than I expected. Very well paid homage to the ride.
Yes. Spooky in a few ways, but also really funny, just like the ride. Super awesome. But thank you so much, Parts of the Polynesian, for that question.
Yeah, good one.
Okay, do you want to get the next one?
Next up is at JPez83, and he asked who our fave Disney characters are.
Yeah, this is a great one.
So many.
Oof.
I don't want to like take forever on all of these questions, but to narrow it down for me, I love Peter Pan. So probably Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I love all the princesses.
Yeah. I like that.
I don't know if this is like who we would love to meet the most in the park, or if it's just like favorite characters.
Yeah, I mean both. I mean, yeah, Peter Pan is so awesome. Classic characters, Mickey. I have to go Mickey.
What am I thinking?
I love the princesses too, though.
Yeah.
They're so good. If it were to be, I think princesses. I don't know. I guess probably Cinderella or Aurora. I think I kind of get that from you.
Yeah, some of the classics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those are good.
I love Tiana too.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say that too. Especially after watching Haunted Mansion, like all the music, the New Orleans music.
Yeah.
We started listening to some Princess and the Frog, and I'm just like, Anika's voice is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Singing voice so good. But
a lot of favorite characters.
It's so good. Thank you so much, JPez. We met him actually in the park on our last trip, and it was just so awesome to meet him. So if you're listening to this, shout out to you, man. It was just such a good time. So we'll let you know when we're in the park again. Maybe I'll do a ride. I know you'll probably be watching the kids, so we'll do a ride together. We got this. So next up, this is a different one. We got at the DMSW podcast. Now it says, if you were stuck in a situation where you had to fight 100 horses that were the size of ducks, or one duck the size of a horse, what would you pick? Honestly, I know, and I feel like it's the correct answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to say one duck the size of a horse, because if it was 100 horses the size of like mice, that would still take a long time.
That's what I was thinking in my head when I read. But
ducks are
like, they'd be tiny. I think I would pick the tiniest. Then I was like, no, ducks aren't that tiny.
Yeah,
if there's that many of them. That could be tough. If it could just like attacking.
Now the duck bill on like a horse-sized duck would be kind of scary, but I think you could like kind of
giant, like a horse.
It's only
big,
one,
but it's not so big that it's just gonna like eat you.
Honestly, I wouldn't even fight that duck. I would tame that duck. I'd be riding that duck everywhere. But if I had to fight him, I think I could take one horse-sized duck.
I think so too. I think that's my choice as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Very creative question.
Plus, and then you don't have to like stomp on so many horses. And she's a horse person, so
yeah.
I think just destroying one duck would be good.
Yeah. I would be heartbroken enough to smush that many horses.
Yeah. That's so bad. Thank you, Johnny. Also, go check out his page. So much fun. Not just his page, his podcast too. Amazing podcast. So definitely go check that out. Yes. Thank you for that amazing question.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, that was actually easier than I thought.
Like
yeah. Easy. The next two questions are actually very similar. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
Just both together, I think. So at Jordan the Swan, who we love so much, asked if we could only ride one more Disneyland attraction in our life, what would it be?
Yeah.
And then at April Spigarelli asked one ride and one ride only for the rest of time. What is it? So those are
pretty similar. April, shout out to you. I used to work with April. Yeah, so that is so awesome that some old coworkers are listening and our Disney fans. So cool. Shout out to April.
Love it.
And Jordan the Swan, who we had on the show. So much fun. So this is tough.
One ride.
This is tough.
One ride to end them all.
Yeah.
And this is, okay. So Jordan said Disneyland ride. The other one is just one ride only for the rest of time.
Yeah.
So that could be from either park.
That's true.
But
I think
it would have to be Disneyland because it's the OG. It's our home park.
Ooh, I think I already know this.
Okay. You go first.
So my favorite ride is Indiana Jones, but I honestly don't think I would pick that if I could only do one more ride. I was thinking if we didn't have to wait in line for this, maybe Peter Pan's Flight, because I think that's the most like magical ride. But then I was thinking about it. I think maybe Pirates, because you get you get a good amount of time in it, and there's different types of scenes. And it is very Disney.
Yes, and Walt. Walt had a big hand in that ride, and I think that
and the smell I'd miss without that.
There's just so much Disney to that ride.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is so nice and long to only ride that for.
You get a little thrill, but then you also get some relaxation. Okay. That's yours? Okay.
Oh, wow. We picked the same thing. I'm actually surprised.
Thank you, ladies, for those questions. That is so fun. So next up, we got At Lisa Baby with 3 eyes. I wanted to make sure I got that one right. She's been following us for a while too, so thank you, Lisa. She said, do you guys think you will ever get sick of Disney? Because she gets asked this all the time. Yeah.
Good question. I mean, for me, I would say no. I mean, it's hard to say where Disney is now is like my favorite Disney that I've ever seen. I feel like Disney has just changed so much over the years and so many different ways. But when it gets down to it, the love that I have for Disney goes back to Walt and what his vision was. And, you know, even though things have changed a bit here and there, whether it's in the parks or with the movies or whatever, it's still going to carry that magic for me. Yeah, I think it always will have that. And the memories that we've created through Disney, both with ourselves and now with our son, and that I know we'll continue to create, make it all worth it. And I don't think it's something I'll ever just like grow out of.
Yeah. I agree. Like when it comes to the parks, I can never get sick of it. I think I could get burnt out by the crowds, because when we grew up, we just didn't really have those, but I will put up with those crowds in order to get that Disney magic. So it might be one of these things where it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many people. But in my mind, I'd be like, let's open things up, build more so that we have less, and I'll still love it, as much. But I mean, I will never get sick of Disney. And then when it comes to the movies, I think it's just important to realize even Disney themselves had duds of movies for so long. It's almost like a cycle, right? There's a couple of duds and then it gets better and then there's some duds. And so like all this stuff. So, I think right now, especially during the crazy 2020 times, kind of finding their footing. And I think they'll get back to that magic when it comes to movies again. But I mean, I love it. I can never get sick of it. But like certain things, I think you could get tired of. Oh my, there's so many people on lines or hours instead of 40 minutes. Exactly. But we love it just at its core, like you said too, and love talking about it. And it's just it's really a part of who we are. And yeah, and so yeah, we'll never get sick of it. But thank you so much,
though.
Elisa. Great question. Thank you so much.
Yes. Next one comes from @just_Shano, who asked if we could work in the parks doing anything, what would it be? I didn't come up with anything for this yet.
Okay, wait. I think at a high level, Imagineer.
Oh,
I mean, like, if you could do anything, Imagineer.
Not have to go through all the schooling for that and just like have the job. For sure.
Oh yeah, easy.
That would definitely be it for me too. But
like actually
in the parks,
in the parks,
she asked. So
it really comes down to like best costume. Ooh, wait, you know what?
No.
Oh, what?
Because I was just thinking in my head of like what ride I would work on. I would probably be a character if I could choose to do something in the park.
That's awesome.
I don't know which
if there's
one
like
though.
AC
that
suits.
just came to me. Yeah.
Oh, like in the
Yeah, like a character to be. I don't know, to get to see the magic of all the people,
the kids
getting to
meet
that character would be like so magical. I think that would be a really amazing job to get to do.
Ooh, okay, that's a really good one. So I would think on a character level too, I'd like to be, I've talked about this before, maybe not on the show, but to other people, Mickey in some parades because he actually plays drums. And I forgot what parade that was, but since I'm a drummer, to be Mickey as you're playing the drums, that'd be awesome. Also, Streetmosphere would be great. I feel like that'd be really fun, like playing in a little jazz thing outside. When it comes to rides, I think like Tower of Terror or something like that would be really fun to be like really creepy. If you're over in Walt Disney World or Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I feel like one of those would be really, really fun.
Being a plaid would be really cool too.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. A lot of perks with that.
So Shannon, we're picking multiple.
Yeah,
we're gonna be switching it
lots
up.
Of answers this time.
Yeah, no, these are all great ones that I didn't even think about. These are so fun.
And then when it gets down to it, what he and I have always talked about is that one day we're gonna be the old couple that works at the ticket booth.
Yeah, really old and just scanning people in.
Yeah.
Once we're retired.
I can see it. I think that's the life that awaits us.
Yeah. I want to do a whole episode on this because there's so many different things. Just breaking down like the pros and cons. Yeah, there's so many things.
Like every time I think about working in the park, I always just think of like, I would just work at a ride. But it's like, no, there's so many other things you could do.
Yeah. Oh, that is so fun.
Good question, Shannon.
Yeah, thank you, Shannon.
Thanks for that.
Next up, we got Plan Disney with Jill, which we had on our show as well. Great tips for
most recent
travel planning. Oh, yeah. So good.
So fun.
Thank you for coming on our show. And so she said, what was the best vacation you ever took and why? And then she asked the second question, but we're going to start there.
This is going to be controversial because sadly, it's not a Disney trip. I mean, Disney trips are always going to rank high on our like best trips, but like in terms of like places that we've gone some pretty cool places over the years. So we have a few other favorites.
Yeah.
Do you want to answer first?
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about this. I think our honeymoon trip to Maui for the first time was definitely
Hawaii is kind of just my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
Like if I had to just pick somewhere to just live forever, Maui, Hawaii is my favorite place ever. It's the only island we've been to yet, but we've been twice and I am in love with it.
Yeah, we were going to go to Kauai for a first baby moon and then the big C happened.
Yeah.
2020 C. Yeah.
Literally the day before that we were supposed to leave for our trip. So
not fun.
Got canceled quickly.
But both of our trips to Hawaii were just amazing.
Yes. So
much fun.
So magical.
Second resort that we were at on our second trip was just the best.
Yeah.
I mean, like tropical.
We're very into tropical vibes.
Yeah.
So Hawaii is just like right up our alley. I love swimming in that ocean. I love that you can just like dive on in and not worry about the temperature because it's perfect always.
Yeah.
And I love everything about it. So Hawaii is my favorite trips. that we've taken. But
Yeah.
on top of that, we've also gone to Europe twice.
Yeah.
And each time we've gone a couple different places. They were
about
chaotic
like 3
trips.
countries per trip. Yeah.
Yeah. Spread between like 2 weeks ish, I think we were usually gone for. So yeah,
That was so good.
It's hard to say between those trips, which was a favorite.
Yeah. Oh, we should just, I want to say the countries because we've had great time. So on our 1-year anniversary, we went to, we flew into, we did Venice, Italy. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Then we went to
bucket list for me.
Yeah, bucket list for her. So I was like, okay, 1-year anniversary, we're gonna do it. Yeah. We also went to Malta, which was so fun. And I'm half Maltese. My mom, my grandma and grandpa met on their way from Malta to America, and so we got to go over to Malta and visit family that still lives over there, and that was just amazing. Seeing where we have family where my grandparents grew up. So amazing. Such a wonderful trip. Mm-hmm. And such a beautiful country. Definitely check it out if you're in Europe. And then we went to London, and then our second one I did the first one. You did the second one.
Yeah. Okay. So then in early 2019, we did another trip and we went to France. We spent some time we flew into Paris, but we went to a little city called Strasbourg. It's basically like on
Pinocchio.
the border.
It's basically Pinocchio.
Yeah, it's kind of like right on the border of Germany. So it's like a very German-inspired town in France. Yeah. Which was one of the just coolest.
It was really cool.
It was so different. It was like just I didn't know what to expect going there, but it was amazing. So that was really fun. And then from there, we went to Croatia, which was incredible as well. We went to 2 different cities in Croatia, and spent a couple days in each. That was amazing. And then we ended that trip. Actually, technically we didn't end it. We went to Ireland next. So we got to go to Galway and Dublin. Absolutely incredible. That was
such a fun
one of my
country.
favorite places in the world. And then before we headed back home, we spent 1 or 2 nights in Paris.
Yeah, I think we did 2-ish, maybe 3, because we did Disneyland Paris. That's which was awesome. We did Paris, and then the next day we flew out. So it was
short
really fun.
but sweet. So Europe was incredible as well. It's hard to like say what was the favorite trip, but I like in terms of just like relaxing and being on like vacation, it's Maui for me, because no other place have I felt so just at peace and relaxed.
Yeah.
Like Europe is incredible, but it's like you're kind of go. Like it's pretty exhausting. So Hawaii.
For sure.
But her next question to us was, what is something fun or interesting about each other that people might not know?
Yeah. Who's going to go first?
There's so much.
I'll go first for you.
Okay.
I was going to say that you were a horse girl growing up, but I already mentioned that. But
pretty common.
You were also, so before she was a stay-at-home mom, she was a dental assistant. So
It's true.
Worked on teeth.
I did.
For a long time.
For 6 years.
For a long time, yeah.
6 years at the same office. Absolutely loved it. It was really fun. I do miss it a lot sometimes, but home with the baby now.
Yeah.
And it's very special in its own way. For you, there's so many routes that I could go with this. And we've already told people before, but the one that I always think is just a fun, interesting thing about you. I already mentioned that he was a drummer earlier when we met, but during the first couple years of our relationship, he was the drummer in a screamo band.
Yep.
It was a fun time. You guys were together for probably like 3 or 4 years, right?
I mean, we were like a garage band for a couple years before that, and then like actual playing shows probably Well, 2010 to 2015. Yeah, so about 5 years.
Yeah. They did a tour. They got to go to a couple states with another band friend band of theirs. So that's just a fun little fact. Young Chris looked very different.
Yeah. We were like 16 at the time. And yeah, probably went till we were 20. I think the band broke up before I was 21. So yeah.
I just came up with another one.
What?
Another thing that Chris loves, if you don't know, is the show The Office. It's a favorite of his and his whole family. Ever since I met him, they've always loved the show. I've become very fond of it because of them. But over the years, not really like a one-time thing, but he's found ways to meet quite a few of the cast and gone to some filming locations.
Yeah. So I met Pam at a book signing, which was amazing. I met Dwight at a book signing, and then I met Creed at a show in San Francisco, which was really cool.
Better not forget the coolest thing, though.
Oh, yes. For my birthday one year, Emily and my sister, you guys got a cameo from Oscar from The Office, and he sent, it was during like pretty much like 2020.
2020.
And he sent like a 6-minute long video, and it was the best thing ever. It's so funny.
To Chris.
And it just seemed like he was, sheltered in place, so he had nothing else to do, so he was just chatting for like 6 minutes. It was the funniest thing
if you want
ever.
to see it, we have it, we can send it to
Probably
you.
send it.
It's so fun.
It's crazy. It's so funny.
But so the ultimate goal is Chris has to meet Steve Carell one day, because he is the biggest Steve Carell fan that you have ever met. That's another fact about you.
He is.
And that was my goal. I was trying to get the cameo to be from Steve.
But he doesn't.
Obviously,
he
was
a cameo.
But he didn't do it, so I had no other option. But
Oscar was awesome.
If you know
Oscar
Steve Carell, let us know.
Yeah, if Steve Carell's friend is listening to our Disney podcast, please hit us up.
Please let us know.
And it'll be good.
Chris has to meet him.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Moving on.
I love that one. Okay, so next up we have We Watch TV podcast, a great podcast. Definitely go check them out. Yes. But they said Mickey bar or ice cream sandwich. I'm going ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, we don't often get these.
Yeah, whenever we want ice cream, we go like Gibson Girl.
Yeah, we got like actual ice cream. But yeah, I would definitely say ice cream sandwich. I've always loved ice cream sandwiches in general, so that would definitely be my pick too.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Good question.
Oh yeah, oops, I was trying to steal yours. Yeah,
doesn't matter. Next is from @CountryCritters, who asked, "What is one Walt Disney World resort that you really want to stay at?" Literally all of them. We've stayed at Pop Century and Port Orleans Riverside.
Yeah.
We're both incredible. But if I had to pick another one, I would say Polynesian is high on my list, because it's like Hawaii meets Disney. I mean, we've been to the resort like just to walk around, and I was like, I feel like I'm in Hawaii, but also Disney.
Yeah.
I would love to stay there. But I
mean, I would go Polly too.
Yeah, Polly.
Polly, I mean, I love, that's like a mix of our two favorite things, right? Like Disney and tropical. So I'd probably go there, and the Trader Sam's in there.
Yeah,
be fun.
Exactly.
But there's so many that you like hardly even hear about too. And people are like, oh, this is the best one. You're like, oh my, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
There's just so many to keep track
Heard
of.
A lot
I know
about
everyone's like the
Coronado
Grandestino Tower. Coronado Spring. Like there's so much. So
the boardwalk I've heard is great. What's it called? Saratoga Springs I've heard is really great.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Animal Kingdom Lodge would be awesome in a room where you could like look out and feed the giraffes.
Yeah, that should be like up there next to Polly. I think both.
Yeah, I think those two are gonna be. Yeah. Imagine just looking out and seeing a horse-sized duck out there. And just getting ready to attack it, fight it like Johnny wants us to do.
The other thing that I would love to do, though, I mean, I guess it would be kind of a pain if I had like a really significant amount of time in Disney World. I would love to stay at,
I said, and money.
Yes, lots of money. But I would love to stay at the Fort Wilderness.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, is it the cabins? Is that Fort Wilderness? I'm blanking. I think wherever the cabins
there's cabins
are.
there, and then there's also like you could tent.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the camp version of that. I mean,
getting
I've
all
done
like
camping
sweaty in a tent and then going to
Trying to do
Disneyland.
Disney.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oof, that might be a little sticky.
I've camped in my life, and Disney is not where I would want to do it. So I would do the cabins because it just looks so like you're at camp and it looks so fun, but you're literally in Disney property and you're getting to feel all that Disney magic. I would love to do that.
That'd be so fun. Yeah. Oh, great question, Austin. Thank you so much. I go check out his page too. Everyone check out
everybody. Yeah.
Everyone's amazing. So next up, we got one from our personal friend. It's Lauren_Renee. She said, what is one ride that is no longer around that you wish you could have gone on? Oh my gosh. I think we thought of this the other day and then it is escaping me.
Yeah, there's so many.
Oh.
It's hard.
Oh, I think I remember what I was going to do.
Yeah. I think we kind of had similar answers to this.
Yeah.
There's so many that are gone now that we would have liked to do. But I was thinking of like either America Sings or Adventures Through Inner Space. I think those were kind of high on my list. What about you?
Adventures Through Inner Space sounds amazing. That would have been so fun. I hear about it so much and never got to ride it. I would love to do like the Skyway buckets, like this. I was thinking Skyliner, but Skyway buckets. And to go through Matterhorn, that would just be
that would
so
be really
awesome.
Cool.
Would be so fun. Also, like Rainbow Caverns Mine Train would be really fun. Those ones I think would be pretty awesome, but we
can never just give like one answer for any of these.
Yeah,
questions.
no. Yeah.
Like, this.
And I feel like there's going to be one that's escaping us that everyone's going to be like, wait, you didn't say that? Like, that's like the most, epic one you could have ridden on. But right now those come to mind. And I know we're going to miss one that's like so awesome that people are like,
and we're just really talking about Disneyland. We're not in Disney World often enough, and we don't even probably know the history of it well enough to pick one from there. So
I mean, we've done an episode on like extinct Disney attractions.
Yeah,
but it's been a while, and I think that's pretty much what comes up.
Yeah, I think that those are probably the top answers.
But great question, Lauren. Thank you so much for that. And if you want to check out anyone or extinct Disneyland or just Disney attractions, we did do an episode on that, and there's a lot of fun info on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We have 2 questions left. So second to last comes from @Guide to Disney.
Amazing page, by the way. Your content is just incredible. Your reels, amazing, good stuff.
So good. And they asked if you were only able to go to one Disney theme park for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? I think we have the same answer for this.
Yeah.
It's got to be Disneyland.
It's got to be.
They're all so amazing and so special in their own ways, but Disneyland is just the essence. It's what Walt had a hand in, and he did. He did. The other ones too, but it was what started everything. Yeah. So for me,
the history, the classic nature of Disneyland. Yeah, would definitely have to choose that. But that is a great question, because to go without some of the other theme parks would be really, really tough.
Yeah.
But I think we have to go Disneyland.
I think so too.
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Last question.
Last one. We got one from @TheCastleChat, another great page. And they said, what are some things that inspire you to keep creating?
It's a good one to end on.
Yeah, it's really good. It comes down to you all listening. It's your guys' encouragement means so much. We've gone through periods of our show where it just kind of felt like
Is it
you know,
worth
like,
it?
are we, yeah,
Just
why are we still
tired,
doing
burnt
this?
out.
And then we like hit a little bit of an acceleration thanks to you guys. And yeah, there was a time where I was like, oh man, like who's actually listening? And then hearing from, I think sometimes when we're in those moments, we would get like a comment or like a review and be like, oh my gosh, like I just, you know, it just makes me feel a little bit of Disney magic in my day to day. And it's like, that's awesome.
That totally
like
makes
in
it
order
worth
to
it.
provide that for someone else, that just makes us feel like we're doing something. And
Definitely gives us the drive to want to do it more, because there could have been lots of times at this point that we just kind of threw in the towel, and it's like, you know, life's busy aside from all this stuff, and we have a lot of responsibilities and, you know, a lot of other stuff going on in our lives, but this is our little escape kind of. I mean, we have to put work into it too, but it's kind of just a fun escape for us to get to just like talk about something that we love and create something for you guys to enjoy, and get to talk to you guys about this stuff too, and just continue making connections with all of you. So I think that's really what inspires us. It's like, you know, if we didn't have it, it's like, you know, yeah, we might just have one more relaxed night of the week not doing it. But I think we would both miss it so much if we just completely stopped it. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to know after this next baby comes kind of how our schedule's going to change and like what exactly all of that's going to look like. But we're planning on doing everything we can to continue the show as, you know, as regularly scheduled as we can, and just keep creating more stuff, because we do truly love it, and it's been such a fun little venture to take on. I mean, this guy does a lot of the work. I have to just say, I don't do as much as he does. That's for sure. I join in to talk about things and help come up with topics and stuff, but he's really the man behind the happiest hour on earth. And definitely it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you. So thank you for all that you do. You're the best podcast partner there could be. So I appreciate that. And we're just thankful to have created this community with all of you guys.
Yeah. I mean, there is so much that goes into it, like trying to figure out a topic, but then also on top of that, it's, you know, editing and thumbnails and Instagram, keeping that all running and everything. But yeah, no, if it weren't for you guys, it'd be a lot harder to keep going. And so your love, your support truly means everything. Thank you for, I remember when I first pitched this idea to you, like, oh, we should start I mean, I guess it was both of us, but I mean, just to have someone that was interested in doing this.
We were both on
together.
board.
Yeah, it was just so fun, and just a way that me and you could just kind of geek out. And it was perfect when it started because the parks were still closed at the time. But then even after, I'm like, it's really, really fun to create with someone you love, you know? So, so that keeps me going as well. Yeah.
It's been a fun ride, and you know, it is hard when you don't live close by to the park. That's another thing that we've had to kind of like work through and figure out how to keep, you know, creating topics or, you know, having enough photos or videos to just keep active on the social media and all that. It's like, it's a struggle, but he always pulls through and gets stuff together. And, you know, it's pretty wild some weeks, but it's so fun, and we really wouldn't trade it.
Yeah. So. Awesome way to end the 100th episode. I want to give you guys a clap for listening and being followers of our show, but I think we do deserve a little clap of our own. Yeah. Wow, 100 episodes. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Cheers.
We love you guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Wow. Yeah. I am at a loss for words at our 100th
I know.
episode. I want to
Like,
end
what
it
do
so
we even
perfectly,
say
but
now?
there's not much else to say besides what we always say, which is thank you.
We're
We
so
love
thankful
you.
for you.
Your support keeps us going. Perfect tie into that last question.
Yep.
And we will see you next week for 101.
We'll see you guys then.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.